When I heard about Bocchi the Rock, I thought, oh good, another antisocial main character for weebs to post, she's just like me, for real, for real. Definitely didn't have enough of those. And you guys are joking when you say she's just like you, right? Right? But when I saw it was done by Cloverworks, who have made some of the best slice of life in the past few years, I decided to give it a try. And I gotta say, Cloverworks doesn't disappoint. Well, you know, unless they do. But this time they didn't. Bocchi the Rock is solid. A bit farcical at times, and its humor doesn't always land. But, I mean, honestly, just the feat of making a slice of life about 4 girls in a high school band that doesn't feel like it's aping K-On! I mean, that's pretty noteworthy on its own. Bocchi the Rock carves out that niche by focusing on its main character, Bocchi, as she fights her way out of her shell. The band and music is more of a staging device, a catalyst for Bocchi's character growth. Now, Bocchi the Rock also separates itself from other social anxiety shows, largely just by actually trying to convey real social anxiety and display ways to try to curb it. This isn't some fanciful story about an antisocial girl who's just so pretty and beautiful and everyone loves her unconditionally, but uh-oh, she struggles to talk to them sometimes. Oh, she's just like me, for real, for real. And it's also not a show about a guy who's so antisocial that he sleeps with vampires? Yo, what the fuck? What kind of wish fulfillment Bocchi? AKA Hitori Goto. Bocchi is a nickname she's given that's essentially a pun on all alone. Subtle. Displays her antisocial tendencies by legitimately just not having friends. She learns the guitar hoping that musical talent might make her popular, but she doesn't know how to bring it up to people. The first episode shows her trying a number of things in the hope that one of them might motivate someone to start a conversation with her, because she's too afraid to start a conversation with them. Something I'm sure a sad number of you can actually relate to. And even once she has a friend group, the ways in which her shy and socially awkward tendencies manifest are pretty realistic. Being uncomfortable ordering food or entering a restaurant, procrastinating meeting a group because she's not sure how to introduce herself or if she's actually welcome, desperately wanting to perform or draw eyes to them while also fearing that attention. And granted, these are pretty simple displays of social anxieties, not much more complicated than what you're gonna see from a fucking advice animal. You could still even get that reference. But still, compared to Bocchi the Rock's contemporaries, who seem to think that social anxiety literally means you can't speak, it's nice to see some representative progress. And Bocchi the Rock displays actual believable growth for Bocchi. When she overcomes these hurdles, it's often not because she was given some speech full of platitudes, or someone she knew performed some grand sweeping gesture that knocked away all of her worries. While her friends do encourage and motivate her, Bocchi's growth is from her gritting her teeth and throwing herself into these uncomfortable situations over and over until she acclimates. That's how actual social growth works. Public speaking, public performance, hell, even just pushing yourself to go out with friends. I know it might sound a little weird that you overcome social anxiety by being social, and it is slow progress. I mean, hell, even in this one core show, Bocchi is shown failing a number of times. But at the end of the day, to build up calluses, you have to cut your fingers, and Bocchi is a prime example of this, both metaphorically and literally. But where the show starts to lose me is in Bocchi's reactions to these triggers and struggles. These moments are played as comedy, but they're just taken to such an extreme and hit on so often that it starts to become a bit over the top and hack. Especially when it's like the 5th time Bocchi's broken down that episode. What makes or breaks these jokes, and honestly the entire show that's just fucking full of them, is the art. Cloverworks went above and beyond on this one, and I know what you're thinking. Dude, this just looks like maybe slightly above average moe shit. And you're right, this is. But this isn't. Like, you expect this shit from Pop Team Epic or Asobe Asobase, but those shows are fucking insane. Bocchi the Rock is a relatively generic premise with pretty standard moe art and characters. Oh my god, like, these characters, other than Bocchi, are so fucking two-dimensional. You could swap them out with any other character from any modern slice of life and not notice a single thing. but that run-of-the-mill nature allows the source maker-ass CG or stop-motion horror or even realistic approach to Bocchi's social anxiety to hit much harder and stand out amongst its contemporaries. At its core, Bocchi the Rock is just a slightly more creative version of the coddling, "Don't worry, socially anxious people, friends will come find you," slice of life subgenre. It has a slightly better message with a slightly more realistic main character and slightly more creative art design. Thing is, I kinda like slice of life already. Not this one, but you know, most of them. So I'd say that this being slightly better makes it 8. 8 out of 10. 8 seems good. I don't know. I mean, I'm also, it's like a 7.5, but I feel like I should round that to an 8. 8 seems good.